I think for me, it all started like with everybody. You become a WEF member along the way, and for most of us, maybe early on when you graduate from school. But going from being just a WEF member, a card-carrying member, to something else really involved me making the next step, not just being a member, but seeing the value of getting involved with a committee. And for me, that's what launched this journey for me to bridge to be truly an active member and contribute something back to the organization.
The advice I'd give for the next generation: communicate, communicate, communicate. You can't do enough of it. And I would also say that you should listen to understand, not to respond.
The real benefit to me is the engagement with members, relationships, friendships I've built over the years. Some of my very best lifelong friends are WEF members who I've met and get engaged. Been very fortunate to have been on the House, the Committee Leadership Council, and the number of good friends and associates I've gained from that has just helped me tremendously in my profession.
If I could give advice to the next generation, it would be 2 words: get involved. It's through the involvement in the Federation that we interact with others who are knowledgeable and who can teach us things and who can teach you things. That's the way we are able to pass on our abilities and our knowledge.
One of the things that I really enjoy, so I'm at one of the original land grant institutions. And so a big part of our institution is outreach to the community. And that's not, there are people who have that job specifically, which I don't. But part of what I do and can do is outreach to the community. So for example, I've run training classes for operators. Routinely, I run a 2-day operator course, and that's one of the most satisfying things I do. I've had operators tell me, you know, we've had this problem for 20 years, and after your course, I tried some of the things you suggested, and a month later, we don't have that problem anymore. And so teaching undergrads is very satisfying also, but you know, it's unlikely that the environment's going to be improved in the near-term future by doing that. But with working with operators, and you know, it could be next week or next month, that there's actually an improvement in the environment. And that's why I got in the field, is to improve the environment, the water environment in particular, but the environment more generally also.
I'd like to believe that when I exit stage left, that I have done enough to bring the awareness of water and the importance of taking care of water to the people that are coming behind me. A lot of people probably doesn't know, but when I was very young, my brother and my sister, they were babies at the time, and they were both infected with waterborne illnesses and almost died. They were in the hospital for several weeks. And so once I started working in this industry, I've kind of developed this passion to ensure that I do those things that not only takes good care of water whilst it's under my stewardship, but to leave a legacy, to try to encourage others to treat water gently so that it's good for all of those people who have to use it.
It's hard to put words around being a WEF member. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me, being a WEF member, being a member association member, and just being on committees and learning from other people. It's been invaluable. It's real easy to stay in your little cocoon, your own world. But serving on committees and on WEF committees has been invaluable. The people you meet, the knowledge you gain, and then being able to give that back at some point in your career is just beyond words, really.
I have been a WEF member almost 30 years. I grew up in China during the Cultural Revolution. My education is interrupted. I was, as a teenager, sent to the military camp in the Inner Mongolia. And we don't have basic sanitation. Our water resource is very limited. Every day, each person only gets 1 military kettle, like 1 liter water, boiling water. That's only for drink, not for wash. If we want to wash, we have to, all girls have to save to support one person can really wash. So that's why I was lucky later on to went to the college, study sanitary engineering. I take that opportunity. I really appreciate it very much. This is excellent people, and bring me immediately to the front to update my knowledge. No matter how busy they are, they always answer my question. So I'm happy I have this mentor to guide me through this exciting time.
Well, I think my legacy in the water industry, I'd like to be known as someone that's passionate about clean water, able to take dirty water challenges and turn them into clean water, make it cost effective, and I'd like to be known as a person that looks forward to the future of One Water, where wastewater is thought of as a resource.
So if I was going to give a piece of advice to the next generation, is have a passion for it. Have a true, strong passion for what you're doing. It makes a difference. More than a lot of jobs around the world, we are a very, very small, infinite part of this world, but we bring so much to the table. We make more difference than most people will ever realize. Just as there's a scarcity of water on the planet, the scarcity of people working in it compared to the number of people who benefit from it is very disparate. But at the same time, we bring a lot to the table. Go for it. Make it a world passion.
Over the past 20 years, I've spent a lot of time with young professionals. I've been the chair of the WEF Young Professional Committee, which really brought my awareness to the eagerness of the next generation that's going to take over our business. And I think my legacy would be the mentoring of those young professionals. I've had a multitude of interns over my career, and watching them grow, and not just grow as professionals in the field, but with Facebook, watching them grow as people, watching them have their families and interaction with their families. And that's just like watching your own children grow.